everyone, this is Steven here, back at it again with another video. In today's video, we're going to go over the top 10 hottest and coldest NFL football sports cards over the past week. But before we get into that, if you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more in the future, please feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe. So now that we got all of that out of the way, we can get into the actual video here. I did want to say that I hope everyone is having a great Thursday and week so far. The main goal and purpose of today's video is to take a look at the NFL football sports card market, and in particular, we're going to be looking at some players and cards that have gone down the most and also up the most over the past week. So some of the hottest and also coldest cards over the past week. Now, we've been taking a look at this pretty much every week during the playoffs. What we've seen in the past is that if a player or team really exceeds expectations throughout the playoffs, their cards tend to trend upwards, whereas if a player or team does not meet expectations or gets knocked out early, their cards typically trend downwards into the off season. So we're just going to do another recap here as we did finish up another round of the playoffs. We're currently down to 4 remaining teams in the AFC. We have the Chiefs against the Bengals, which should be another very exciting game. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are a pretty surprising team this year in the playoffs. Joe Burrow has been playing pretty well. And then we have the Chiefs looking like the Chiefs of the past. Very good game last week against the Bills, so that should be a good game with the Chiefs and the Bengals. In the NFC, we have the San Francisco 49ers, kind of another surprise team, but they are pulling it together at the right time against the Rams, who ended up beating the Bucks and Tom Brady last week in another very entertaining game, so that should be a good game there. Both the AFC and NFC games, I'm hoping, should be pretty exciting coming up. So for this, I did add a couple filters. We're going to be looking at market movers for this like we typically do. The filters are going to be filtering on football cards only, so this excludes any other sports. And then the grades, we're filtering on PSA 9s and PSA 10s, so this will exclude any other grading companies and other grades besides PSA 9s and PSA 10s. And then we are adding a filter on the number of sales, so a particular player has to have a minimum of 20 sales over the past week to qualify. And then we are also filtering on rookie cards only, so this will exclude any non-rookie cards. Now, like we typically do, we're going to start off with the players that have gone up the most over the past week. Then we're going to transition over to some of the players that have gone down the most over the past week. We're going to start off here with Josh Allen. His rookie card portfolio is up about 3% over the past week. He had an amazing game last week against the Chiefs, drove down and scored with about 13 seconds left, gave the Bills a lead. However, the Chiefs were somehow able to drive down the field and kick a field goal to take it to overtime, where they ended up winning. So just overall an amazing game, but in turn, Josh Allen and his rookie cards are up 3%. And we have a legend here in Barry Sanders, also up 3%. Cooper Kupp had an amazing game against the Bucks. His rookie card portfolio is up 3%. Jacob Eason, somehow his cards always end up on this list, but his rookie card portfolio up 3% as well. DeAndre Swift, running back on the Detroit Lions, his rookie card portfolio up 4%. Derrick Henry, his rookie card portfolio is slightly up about 5% over the past week. I'm sure that will come down here in the near future as the Titans did recently get knocked out, but that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Then we have Baker Mayfield, who again had a pretty terrible regular season. He did announce that he's having shoulder surgery, and the ownership there has stated a couple times that he's going to be the starter moving forward, but that's another interesting one there. Baker Mayfield up 5% over the past week. And then we have Peyton Manning, another legend there, up 6%. Patrick Mahomes, this one's not very surprising with the Chiefs coming out with that win against the Bills last week, up about 6%. Then we have Dwayne Haskins, up about 6%. He's currently the backup on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger did recently announce that he's going to be retiring, so I'm sure there's going to be some speculation as to who will be the quarterback on the Steelers next year. So his cards are up about 6%. Then we have Joe Burrow, and this one's not very surprising either. His rookie card portfolio is up 7%. They are playing the Chiefs this week in the AFC Championship. Then we have CeeDee Lamb, and his rookie card portfolio up about 8%. Jordan Love, the backup on the Green Bay Packers, up about 10%. The Aaron Rodgers speculation is starting to heat up again. A lot of people are anticipating that he's not going to return on the Packers, so that could be one of the main reasons why Jordan Love and his rookie card portfolios are currently trending up. Then we have Tyreek Hill, who had a really good game last week against the Bills. His rookie card portfolio is up 12%. Travis Kelce, who caught the game-winning touchdown last week against the Bills, his rookie card portfolio up 17%. And the biggest winner, or the cards that have gone up the most over the past week, is Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy G, quarterback on the San Francisco 49ers, and his rookie card portfolio is up about 21% over the past week. I think a lot of that just has to do with the fact that the San Francisco 49ers just continue to win, and they do have a decent track record against the Rams, so they do have a shot at making it to another Super Bowl. So now that we looked at some of the cards that went up the most over the past week, we're going to transition over to some of the cards that have gone down the most over the past week. We're going to start off here with Saquon Barkley, down about 1% over the past week. Then we have Daniel Jones, also down about 1%. Daniel Jones had a pretty awful last year with the Giants. They did have a pretty bad offensive line. Saquon Barkley was battling a lot of injuries throughout the season, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Giants moving forward. Russell Wilson down about 2%. Chase Claypool down about 3%, wide receiver on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Justin Jefferson down about 4%. Now, we did see last week a pretty big spike in Justin Jefferson's rookie card, so this just could be these cards cooling down a little bit heading into the off season. J.K. Dobbins, running back on the Baltimore Ravens, down about 5%. He did not play at all this season. He was sidelined with an injury, so his cards are down about 5%. DK Metcalf, wide receiver on the Seahawks, also down about 5%. Tua Tagovailoa down 5%. Josh Jacobs, running back on the Raiders, who recently got knocked out of the playoffs, his rookie card portfolio down 5%. Mac Jones, his rookie card portfolio is down 6%. They did get destroyed by the Bills in the first round of the playoffs. Then we have Jalen Hurts, quarterback on the Philadelphia Eagles, down about 6%. There's still some speculation there in Philadelphia as to who's going to be the starting quarterback moving forward, if they're going to stick with Hurts or draft someone or try to acquire someone via trade. But as of right now, his rookie card portfolio down about 6%. Then we have Matthew Stafford. This one's pretty interesting. He has had decent games in the playoffs. He did get his first playoff win against the Cardinals. He didn't do a lot of throwing in that game. They relied pretty heavily on the defense and the run game. But then last week against the Bucs, he did have a pretty solid game. 2 playoff wins for Matthew Stafford and the Rams. But in turn, his rookie card portfolio is down about 6%. So I did think that one was pretty interesting. Dak Prescott, quarterback on the Dallas Cowboys, down 7%. Also thought this one was pretty interesting. But Aaron Donald and his rookie card portfolio down 8% over the past week. Aaron Rodgers down about 9%. They had a pretty bad loss against the San Francisco 49ers. They were the number 1 seed in the NFC. A lot of people had high expectations for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers heading into the playoffs. However, they ended up losing the first game that they played. So another disappointing season for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. In turn, his rookie card portfolio is down about 9%. Sam Darnold and his rookie card portfolio down 10%. A couple legends here were actually the biggest losers, or the cards that have gone down the most over the past week, but we had Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman, both down over 10%, with Emmitt Smith down 12% and Troy Aikman down 17% over the past week. So both of those are pretty interesting, as they are both Hall of Famers, both legends, but still their rookie cards were down pretty significantly over the past week. So that sums up some of the players and cards that have gone up the most and also down the most over the past week. With all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining and also informative. If you did, please feel free to hit the like button and also subscribe. Thanks, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.